Hey everybody, just checking in to give a little review over the new DC Animated Universe movie, Reign of the Supermen, which just came out, is actually out today. Check it out it's on digital today. I think it'll be out later this month. It's definitely worth a watch if you want to check it out. It is the sequel to last year's Death of Superman DC movie, which I actually did a review on that the other day, so it's on my channel if you're interested. This one was, like I said, it's set 6 months after the last movie, and it just kind of goes from there. Now, back in the day, this was a huge storyline. I remember reading it, although I don't really remember a whole lot about it, other than there was 4 possible Supermen, and you didn't really know which one was which, or which one was going to be him. Each one of them had their own comic, I think, back then, and it really kept you in the dark about which one was going to be him. And this movie, there's really no doubt in your mind that none of them are him. I mean, for a few minutes they try to make you think that maybe Cyborg Superman is him, but that goes away pretty quickly. The real standout of the show to me was Superboy, and he dropped a lot of hints about the Titans. The Titans are cool, the Titans are this and that, so I kind of look for them to add him into that team when we get another Titans movie, which I hope we do, which, that does go with the comic book lore, but he was really good, and he was voiced by Cameron Monaghan, who, if you know him, he is Ian on Shameless, and he's currently playing Jeremiah on Gotham, and he's just killing it over there. He's amazing, and he did a really good job in this. I don't think he really sounded like himself, so you wouldn't necessarily know it was him. But then, like I said, the whole movie as a whole, really good. I enjoyed it. A lot of action. There was a lot of things that I liked about it. It was a lot of things that made me laugh. A couple of things that annoyed me. Namely that the bar owner, I don't know, he just kind of got on my nerves in the first one and in this one. I'm sure maybe it was something in the comics, but, it was annoying. A couple things that I did like, they did showcase Wonder Woman in this several times. There's a really neat little scene where she and Lois actually meet up for lunch. It was kind of funny because, in this continuity, Wonder Woman and Superman have dated. They've broken up, and of course he moved on to Lois. But there's this one little scene where Lois and Wonder Woman are discussing this, and Diana kind of lets it slip that they were together at one point. Of course, Lois didn't know anything about that, and the shade that is thrown at that one. But it was kind of funny. Of course, then after that, they bond, and they're suddenly BFFs, and they get ice cream, which was kind of odd, but okay. There's some other really good parts in this. Pretty much everything with Superboy I really liked that storyline in it. The part with Steel, I can take it or leave it. He was never really that much of an interesting character to me. The Eradicator, they don't really go into his part a whole lot in this. He's there. They really want to concentrate on Cyborg Superman, and his storyline's pretty good. Let's see some other things. They kind of take out the Justice League pretty quickly. They're there. They're just not. Everyone thinks they're dead, but they're not. As you get closer to the ending of the movie, I literally laughed out loud at the fact that when you do find out that Clark is alive, he has the magnificent Superman mullet. That you've probably seen pictures of that one. It was hilarious. I mean, they actually had the mullet on him, and at one point he stops, he gets out of his rocket ship, and the wind blows the mullet. It just made me laugh. It really took me out of it because I was laughing so hard at it. But they were being true to the comic. I think it was probably a little nod to that. As we get to the closing of the movie, it kicks it up into high gear. They're in space. They're on the new Justice League Watchtower. They're in zero gravity. Lois is surprisingly agile at that, by the way. She knows how to do everything. But the movie ends pretty well. the big villain of this was actually Darkseid, and I don't really remember that from the comics. Whether it was or wasn't, I don't know. I haven't looked it up. But there's that. And Hank Henshaw is in this, which he was in the first one, but I didn't really put two and two together. Because, of course, when I think of Hank Henshaw, I think of the one that's currently on Supergirl, or person pretending to be him. So there's that. But like I said, you should definitely check this one out if you liked the first movie. I thought it was pretty good. I think watching them back to back would pretty much be kind of ideal if you haven't seen the first one. But it was pretty good. I think DC animated movies get better and better. This one is definitely right up there with them. I think it's pretty good. It's about like The Dark Knight Returns and The Dark Knight Returns Part 2 that they did a couple of years ago. Pretty good stuff. And also, do not turn it off right when the credits plays. There is a little after credit scene. I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's nothing major, but it was funny. I liked it. So leave some comments below. Tell me what you thought about the movie. Remember, like and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. Every little thing helps. So we'll be back tomorrow. I've got more content coming out on the channel all week long this week, so stay tuned.